Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. This is another review for Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is season 13, episode 2, New Peach in the Orchard. We got our taglines as well. And listen, Porsha is still Porsha Luther King all the way into the tagline. Now she says she fighting for justice and all of that. You know, whatever works, girl. Whatever. I think that she's trying to revamp this whole thing. You know, she's not the dense blonde anymore. You know, like she's an activist. You know, she is an activist now, and like y'all gonna treat her as such. Put some respect on it. First we start off with Cynthia. I was gonna say Cynthia and Kenya, and Kenya invites a friend, and this friend is Candy's friend. But Kenya just decided that she's just gonna, you know, take her friend. This woman her name is Latoya, and I'm just gonna start off by saying I'm not here for Latoya. Leave Latoya in season 13, episode 2. I don't even want to see her in the next one or the next one or the next one. I mean, I know she bringing the mess, and she's a lot, which is good for reality TV, but it's like, girl, can you ease us into this? Like, be slow. Don't jump in with all your, you know, like she's a lot. She's a big personality. She's a lot. And it's off-putting. Very off-putting. But anyway, when Cynthia meets her, she's already being territorial, you know. I mean, and I feel like that's anybody with a friend. I mean, maybe it's not everybody. I know I can be a little territorial. Like, I'm never going to vocalize it. I'm never going to give your friend a hard time, but I'm going to be looking at them with the close eye, with the cat eye. I'm going to definitely be doing that because I don't want no mess, you know, and you my friend. And we got to get to know this person. We got to, you know, see if they're a good fit or not. I'll just be bringing them on in and thinking that, you know, I'm going to just be all in with it. Because, no, I have to sit back and gather, you know, my thoughts about said individual. But anyway, she's from Trinidad, and she's just a lot. She is a lot. Okay? A lot. Just, it's almost as if, like, it's like she's trying really hard. Like, I know they told her, you're going to have to, like, come in, be ready to, you know, give it all you got. You know, like, that. I'm assuming that's what production, you know, told her before she started filming, that this is what, you know, she needed to do to kind of, you know, get out there. She's separated from her husband. So she's married. They live together, but they're separated. And she want a divorce. She done said she wants a divorce. And in this scene, she seemed like she likes like a fun girl, but yeah, I don't like her. Miss Diane and Lo, they at the house with Pilar, and Porsha calls, Porsha Luther King, because she's still doing that in this scene. She's calling, you know, she just got out of jail, and, you know, we going through all of that. I'm really not. They had a moment, you know, she told them about her experience in there, blah, 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 blah. Moving on. Cynthia and Drew Sidora, this is when we meet Drew Sidora. They meet for dinner. And this is Cynthia's friend. Cynthia says she's a songstress, and I'm over here like, what song? I ain't never heard this lady's music now. Now, I'm familiar with her role on the game, and her role, you know, as T-Boz in that Crazy Sexy Cool movie. But this music stuff, jury's still out. And I'm that's like no shade to her, nothing like that. I'm sure she's a great singer, you know, like I'm sure she is. I've just never heard her sing. I've never heard any of her music. Cynthia, you know, asked her about, you know, her acting, because she's only been in Atlanta for a year. So she moved from LA. You know, this is like the new Hollywood. So a lot of things are happening here. She done plugged herself. She want to work with Tyler Perry. And I hope that happens for her. So, she's an actor. And Cynthia asked her, has she ever run into Kenya? And she was just like, no, I mean, me and Cynthia, not me and Cynthia, me and Kenya, we wouldn't be in the same age group. Ooh, that was a bit of shade. Although, she, she, turned it around, within the next few seconds. And, she was saying, I mean, maybe like she could play my sister, she could play my friend. But she's saying that when she goes to audition, she's normally amongst like your Megan Goods or your Naturi's, and that's understandable. Like when you are going for auditions for certain roles, and you get there and you all are sometimes they be separating you, by the role that you're going after. Like, so you and all them people going for this role are in this area, like they are seeing them first. And so you do go in and see a lot of the same people, like, coming for the same type of role. So I get what she was trying to say. It just didn't come off right, but she straightened it up. Cynthia, wants to get together with her and her husband. Her husband's name is Ralph. And they made, like they was painting him out to be just picture perfect. Been together 6 years. They've been married 6.5 years. They've been together 6 years. It was kind of like a whirlwind romance. They met when she was doing Crazy Sexy Cool. They dated a little bit, and then 6 months later, they were married. So whirlwind type of romance. We go back 8 hours earlier, and it's their 6-year anniversary, and her mom comes in with flowers and the baby, and not the baby, he ain't no baby, he at least 10. I don't even know if she said how old her son was, but she and her husband have 3 children. She has 1 from a previous relationship and 2 children with her husband, Ralph. And she's in bed. She got a boot on her leg. She hurt her Achilles tendon. And so her mom came down, to help out with that, to help her husband, because her husband is the one that had to be nurse, daddy, all of that. And so mama-in-law came in town to help with that before COVID and got stuck there because of COVID. So they got that dynamic going on. And mom is a strong type A personality. Ralph is a strong type A personality, and so they kind of be butting heads. I can see already she's going to be giving us Mama Joyce, meddling all in their business, talking out of turn, all of that. But that's what you invite in when you invite mama-in-law in. She going to be in your business. She going to be, it's not going to be an easy situation. Like, things might be easy in the beginning, but after a while, like, resentment starts to set in and all of that. It's like, when you gonna get out my house? Cause this mother-in-law, it's time for her to go. Candy, and she's headed to I was gonna say Candy and Mama Joyce, but she ain't picked up Mama Joyce yet. She on her way to get Mama Joyce, and they headed to Riley's graduation. She can only have 2 guests. And so Mama Joyce and Candy are her guests. She called Mama Joyce, Mama, don't forget your mask. Oh yeah, I got my mask. I'm worried about that COVID-19, the covert. She worried about the covert. Woo. Anyway. They pick her up or whatever in this little sorry, sad graduation. Oh, it was a sad scene because nobody was there. And I know that was just, I couldn't imagine not being able to have my whole family at my graduation. Because that's where we're supposed to show out at, the whole family for the graduations, because in our community, like, that's a big deal because people don't be graduating, okay? People do not graduate all the time. And so when it happens, it's a big celebration. Porsha and Miss Diane, they're at the house. Porsha Luther King is still who we got. Then we see you, PJ, in there having a tantrum. Porsha scenes have been, PJ, is a cutie pie, so we love to see her. She having a whole tantrum though. I mean, falling all out on the floor. She was tired though, cause she was asleep like that. As soon as she got her little bottle, and laying up on her mama's bosom, she was out like a light, and also she still got problems with Dennis. I mean, I think they broke up now. But we still doing this. Oh, me and Dennis, we just can't get together. It's just so toxic. Toxic this, toxic that. We argue a lot. We're just trying to get on the same path. Girl, it's done. It's done. Y'all are cool. Co-parenting. That's good. Great parents to Pilar. That's all you need to be. This whole we trying to work it out thing, I don't want to do that this season, Porsha. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do Porsha Luther King all season. And I don't want to be dealing with her and Dennis all season. Please give me something else. I mean, and even if you are going to give us Porsha Luther King, can it not be so, it's kind of like corny. It's real. It's coming off real corny. But maybe that's just me. Anyway, Cynthia, she's having the ladies over to Lake Bailey because she's doing a wine tasting. She's sought out some black-owned, wine distributors, and so she wants to taste, what they have sent her with the rest of the ladies. Going on my mouth with these lips with the rest of the ladies. She had them over. Kenya and Latoya ride together. I mean, because I guess they just Judies. Kenny ain't there because she had the graduation. But still, Kenya just snatched up her little friend. Latoya, she come in talking about I'm excited to go to Lake River. To River Bailey. Girl, you better watch your mouth. Kenya was like, it's a lake. No, I'm going to just call it River. No, you going to call it Lake Bailey because it's been Lake Bailey. And don't you think that you going to come up in here and rename Lake Bailey? Cynthia is a veteran. And what you going to do is respect her and her lake. That's it. And that's all, Latoya. Bitch. I don't like her. I don't like her. Because you trying it for no reason. You pulling up to the lake. Girl, you be lucky that you got an invitation. Because she don't know you. I wouldn't have invited her nowhere. She would have not been on the invite list to come to my home. And I don't know you. And you coming up in here being shady. Girl, get out of here. Anyway. Drew showed. No, wait. Let me back up. Marlo comes. And of course, she and Kenya got to throw a little shade back and forth. A little fun shade, though. It's nothing serious. And Kenya gonna say, oh, Marlo falling off. I guess the COVID, she falling off. But I'm like, she look cute to me. I know she be fashions from head to toe normally. But she still looked, decent. So I don't know what Kenya was talking about. She just be running off at the mouth. I guess just to do it. Whatever. Candy, she back at the house. This little sad graduation celebration. Riley, I guess she did get her little Fendi graduation outfit because she had her Fendi dress on. And Riley, for one, her mama giving her flowers. Oh, thanks. I would have liked money. And then Todd does give her a stack of money. I don't know how much it was, but he gave her a stack of money. She didn't say thank you. But she took her little coin and I'm going on about your business. It was, I guess it's enough to get her started because that's what it was for. He said, here you go. This is to get you started out there in New York. And they still be trying to bring up Kayla. Listen, them people are not, Kayla and Riley are not linking in New York. They're not linking up. So just stop. Y'all trying to force it and make fetch happen. And fetch ain't going to happen. Kayla ain't thinking about Riley. And Riley ain't thinking about Kayla. And that's fine. Back at the lake. back at the lake. Back at Lake Bailey. Kenya and Latoya, they in there being all loud and got a little lesbianism going on. Like, Kenya is a different Kenya when she's around her. It's like she's mirroring the energy that Latoya gives. Kenya is like trying to mirror it, or she is mirroring it. Like, cause they're like two peas in a pod. And it's weird. It's like, girl, what you doing? Marlo made a comment, who is this lady? And I'm right there with you, Marlo. Like, Kenya, girl, okay. I think she like Latoya because Latoya is very, very similar to her, personality wise, and the fact that she'll just let whatever fly out her mouth. Drew shows up and she brings her husband. All of a sudden, this is a problem for everybody. Now it's, why is she bringing her man? Like, he needs to go. That's Latoya. He needs to leave. Kenya over there talking about he's cute. First of all, when somebody bring their husband in the room, you ain't supposed to be saying that out loud. If you find somebody attractive, your eyes ain't broke. And if you got good taste, then it is what it is. But you don't say that. That's somebody's husband, Kenya. Didn't we go through this already with Apollo and Phaedra? Didn't we do this already? And you doing it again. Because that's just how she's just that type of woman. It's a shame. And then she even had some nasty things to say about Drew. Calling her a stray. I don't know where Cynthia is getting all these strays. It's like, did you get them from the pound? Really? Now, what that lady did to you, Kenya? They have run into each other, I'm sure. Something is there, because there's no reason for her to even be saying it. You don't even know her, and you calling her a stray. And Latoya, she ain't no better. She gonna turn and say she has a cat on her head. Girl, see, I can't get with that. What grade are we in? Are we adults? Like that mean girl stuff really irks me, because the fact that women are bringing that mess into adulthood and into their friend circles in adulthood, it's just sad, because you don't even know her. So it's unnecessary. She ain't done nothing to you to warrant all that. But whatever. Drew, she comes in and, they're talking. And she's, getting ready to tell them about her Achilles tendon and, what happened, because they asked. And Latoya interrupts. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I want some more wine. That was like strike 2 for me. I don't know about Drew, but it was strike 2 for me, because Drew didn't hear that cat on her head comment. So maybe it was strike 1 for Drew, but it was strike 2 for me. And then she's like, and you know what? See, that's why I don't like you. And everybody was like, what? Whoa. It went to commercial and came back, and then she gonna backpedal and, PP. and now it's, I don't like you because of the game. Like, you broke up my favorite couple, my favorite couple, Derwin and Melanie. Drew like, I get this all the time. Whatever. Whatever, girl. You was trying to be funny again, but then tried to turn it and think you cute, but you're not cute, Latoya. She fine. Like in real life, she fine, but like, you ain't cute, girl. The antics are cute. They go outside, and the guys go outside as well. Ralph and Mike, but They all are going outside to do the tasting. When Mike goes out there with Ralph, they're talking about marriage. Ralph feels like he and Drew are having some marital issues. And, Mike is like, listen, I done been married 3 times. So I'm not the one to ask. Maybe we can, exchange notes. Like, maybe we can get it together. Because I can't help you like that. I can only do so much, because this is my 4th time getting married. Or is it his 3rd? I can't remember. He's been married more than once. Ralph, his issues are his mother-in-law, fact that she's there, he mentioned that they butt heads, and then we saw a scene, a little clip of mama-in-law all loud in his face, and it's like, Drew, you gonna let your mama be talking to your no, don't talk to my husband like that, and don't talk to my mama like that. Y'all can't talk. You can't be civilized. Then you going on about your way, and you going on about your way. But what y'all not finna do is disrespect each other, because doing that is disrespecting me. The ladies do the wine tasting, and Latoya and Drew get into a little debate about, whether or not you should be dibbling and dabbling when you're separated. Because Latoya's like, I'm separated. I can do what I want. I can jump on whatever peen I want. And Drew is like, but you married. Why not just get a divorce? She want a divorce though, but she's like, I'm separated. I can do what I want. I wouldn't want my husband going and sleeping around, separated or not. Because separated means we're taking some time and we need a little bit of space. Maybe we'll still date one another, because that's what you should do. And separating just means we don't live together no more. You know what I mean? Like, I still would be wanting to work towards repairing my marriage. Otherwise, there's no need in getting separated. We can just go on and draw up some papers. So that's what Drew is saying, and I understand. Latoya owns some thought business, and I guess that works for her. Oh, I meant to tell y'all, when Mike and Ralph were talking, Ralph said sometimes he got to just get up and go sometimes. It's like when we argue, sometimes when it's good, it's good. But when it's bad, it's bad. And sometimes I just have to get up and go, to clear my head. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you do that sometimes. You get in an argument. It's best to go your separate ways and come back when you have, cooler and calm heads. And that's not what he meant, though. But we're going to get there, but that's not what he meant. Drew and her husband, we see in the next scene that they're celebrating. Let me back up. Kenya and Cynthia end up talking separately, and Kenya just said basically she's going to file a custody suit and all of that. She's not going. She does understand. She knows that he'll try it, so she got to get on that first. She's not going to serve him divorce papers. It's not going to be a surprise. She is ready to do that though. She wants to go on ahead and file. But she's not going to do it, unbeknownst to him. She's going to let him know so that it's not no huge surprise. I wouldn't have even given him that satisfaction. Nope. I don't care. I won't. Yep. He gonna somebody, whoever it is, the server. Yeah, I want y'all to roll up on him at his job. Roll up on him wherever he at the gym. Get him at the gym. Oh well. Oh well. Please, Mark Daly. Might care about his feelings, Kenya. He wouldn't give you that respect. He would drop some papers in your lap in a heartbeat without you knowing. So, girl, don't even sell yourself short. We see Drew and her husband celebrating their anniversary. They got a chef, he's got it all laid out. It's nice, And they sit down and have their dinner or no lunch. And she, she wants they're on their 7th year, she wants a wedding. He don't want no wedding. But she's like, let's do a wedding for year 7. Let's go on and do that. Trying to change the subject, he asked her, what she thinks that, what are the things that are lacking in our marriage? What needs improvement or whatever? What you got problems with? And she's like, is this a setup? Is this a safe place for me to be, engaging in this with you? Like, what you doing? And he's like, yeah, it's a safe space. Go ahead. Lay it on me. And she's like, okay. So, about that time last week where you left for 3 days without telling me, without nobody knowing where you were, I'm calling you, all of that. What was that about? He flips it on her, like a whole Jedi mind trick thing, and gaslights her. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. I don't know. And a friend of mine, she doesn't think that their storyline is real. Like this has to be made up for the TV. I don't feel like that. I honestly feel like this is a real issue with her and her husband. I can see it. Like he looked like he running out doing whatever, you know? And she pressed him on it and he still, it doesn't matter. What does it matter what I'm doing? It matters because I brought you dinner down to the basement in your man cave. I'm knocking on the door and you ain't answering. Cause he gone. Didn't say nothing, didn't leave a note or nothing. Just gone. And when she finally gets him to tell her where he was, talking about he was at a beach. First of all, that I wouldn't have even needed to know what beach, where he was at, because beach enough would have been like alarming to me because we ain't got Nan Beach out here in Atlanta. So that means you went outside of the city, the state, to go to the beach. So what beach did you go to? Because I know it wasn't Callaway Gardens. I know you didn't ride up on Callaway Gardens. So where were you? He was in Tampa. Who the hell in Tampa? That's my next question. And I don't know why Drew didn't follow up with that. Because, I mean, ain't that the natural next question? You were in Tampa with who? At the beach. At the beach with who? And he was gone for 3 days. Where they do that at? That's some newfangled stuff. Not in my marriage. Not in my marriage. You'd been coming home to some changed locks, boo. Because you gonna tell me where you was at. Actually, you know what? I just can't believe that he wasn't answering the line or nothing. Like, maybe they were in communication and she's just trying to play it like she didn't know exactly where he was at, but she still was able to get to him. Because I just can't fathom a husband just completely checking out and ignoring his wife for 3 days. I can't. Who is doing that? A man with another family? A man in Tampa with another woman? Drew, girl, you better be careful with that one because he a mess. He a mess. Not to mention, when he left, she found cameras in her house. You know, like she found cameras. Well, she found a picture first in his phone. A picture of her sleep on the couch. The kids were playing in the living room and the mom was in the kitchen. And when she went to look for it, and go ahead, look for it. Oh, what picture? What picture? Go ahead, look for it. That's that gaslighting. Because she knows she saw a picture in your phone. And you know that she saw a picture in your phone, but you deleted it. And so you're going to try to play it and make her think she crazy. No. I don't like that at all. That's some bullshit. Not to mention, his excuse for all this crap and leaving for 3 days is, oh, I'm a black man. You don't know, you don't understand the black man's plight. Sometimes, hold it. Because my black man would never leave me for 3 days and not tell me. My black man got enough respect for me and his kids not to just check out. Okay, you upset? Go down to the bar and have a beer. Go on to your little game room and play video games or blow off some steam. Go smoke a cigar, get you a drink, a brown liquor, and call it a day. But I'll see you in the bedroom when it's time to go to bed. That nigga in Tampa. Man, please. Don't be trying to lump all the black men in there with your mess. That's not a black man issue. That's a Ralph issue. With his cone head. He cute, but he got a cone head and it's flat in the back. So, no. That was it. That's where it ended out. So, I mean, it's going to be trouble because she ain't do nothing. When after the argument, Drew got herself up and went right on in there in her mama room and told her mama what was going on. Mistake number one. You want things to be happy in the house. And when you have an argument with your husband, you run in and telling your mama. Girl, that's all bad. That's all bad. So, right off the bat, Drew and her husband got a good little storyline going. You know, it's interesting enough. Their family dynamic is going to be interesting to watch, especially that mother-in-law and Ralph, that situation. That's going to be a lot. So, you know, Candy, she can give her a little advice because Candy know all about it. Candy really can't give nobody no advice because she wouldn't do nothing about it. She could not stop Mama Joyce from saying anything. She could not keep Mama Joyce on no leash to save her life. So Candy might not be the one that you need to, ask for advice. I don't know what to tell you, Drew, but you're going to have to stop whatever that is. You're going to have to nip it in the bud. We'll be back next week for another one. This one was better than last week's. I can say that. I was actually entertained. So, y'all come back here. You're here. Okay. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.